everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be making this simple, but I feel like it's a pretty awesome ink blended card using some distress inks. I'm hoping to show you that you can use some colors that you may not think will go well together, but end up looking amazing in the end. So let's go ahead and start putting today's card together. Okay, I've gotten all of my supplies that are needed for this card. I'm going to be using a lot of distress inks, as you can tell, including Fossilized Amber, Wilted Violet, Blueprint Sketch, Twisted Citron, and Black Soot in that order to create the sky. And then I'm going to use some carved pumpkin and some Fossilized Amber to color in the moon. I could have just used yellow cardstock and added the carved pumpkin onto it, but I kind of wanted it to match more nicely to the background. I also have my cutout that I used my Cricut to cut. I used the hillside and a spooky house, welded them together and cut them out to the right size. I'm also going to be using this white jelly roll pen to add some stars and some background to my sky as well. Alright, the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking a piece of painter's tape that I just pulled off of my arm to make it a little less tacky, and I'm going to put that across the fold of my card to help protect it and mask off the opposite side of the card, so that way I'm not getting it all inky. And I'm going to start working with my distress inks from lightest to darkest. The first color that I'm going to be starting off with is Fossilized Amber, so let's get that one going first. And if you're new to using distress inks and doing ink blending, always make sure that you're starting off of your project first and then slowly bring it on, so that way you don't get harsh lines, although I may get some with this. This pad seems like it may be a little less juicy than I had hoped it would be. Alright, next I'm going to move to Wilted Violet. I'm going to keep my ink foam on there so that way I can mix between the two colors. This is not going to be a perfect blend, and obviously these colors are not exactly best to blend together, but I think if I know the way this is going to work out, I think it's going to look just fine. I'm going to jump back to the Fossilized Amber to try and soften that combination up a little bit. I'm very happy that the color combination came out like I had hoped. It's not a pretty color, but this is a Halloween card, so it doesn't have to be a nice, pretty, bright color. Next I'm going to move to my Blueprint Sketch and add that up at the top. At the top here, I'm going to add just a hair of Twisted Citron, and I want to make sure it's a nice dark color right here at the top. Now you might be wondering why I have this lighter color above the darker colors as the sky usually gets from lightest to darkest. I wanted kind of a sinister look behind the darkness, and adding that green back behind the black soot will definitely add that to it. Even though most of the black soot is going to hide a lot of it, I think it'll add a great texture to the background that you'll see whenever you look at it. So even though the black covers up the green, there's this uneasy feeling that you get from it because it's not a perfect black, and it's not the best way that I can really describe it would be a happy black. It is kind of a sinister, eerie black. And I'm also going to go around the edge of the cards as well to add a little bit of darkness around the edges. Alright, I'm going to put the cutout over it just to kind of get an idea of what I'm dealing with, and I think that looks really great. I like that a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pull away the mask and clean up the area. I'm going to take a little Scotch adhesive to put on the back here. This is the Ken Oliver, I think it's the best craft mat ever. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it really is the best craft mat ever. And since I want to make sure that this doesn't move around while I'm doing ink blending on it, I wanted to put a little adhesive on the back of that for just a moment while I do a little ink blending. I'm going to be using some Fossilized Amber and Carved Pumpkin on the moon to give it hopefully an eerie look. Now, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I'm using 110 pound cardstock Nina Solar White. This is my favorite kind of cardstock, especially to do some ink blending on or some stamping. Next up, I'm going to be doing a little bit of water spritzing to remove some of the layers and hopefully create a cool night sky. Stars into the background. And there we go, there's the finished product. A very simple card, but I feel like it makes a big impact. So make sure to dig around in your ink blending kits to see if there's some color combinations that you think may not work out but end up looking amazing. And it's great to practice them out during Halloween, because even if you get something that doesn't look quite right, that's okay, it's Halloween, so colors that don't match work pretty well for cards. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you liked my video, and then we'll hopefully share it across YouTube land. You can also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Hit that button down below that says subscribe and get great updates every time I post a new video by making sure to click that bell icon. That'll send you a notification every time I post a new video or go live. You can also check out my other social media links. Those are down in the description below. They include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and more. Make sure to go check out all of those. I hope everybody has a great day, and remember guys, keep it off kilter. Bye!